Hey everyone, this is Brooke from hbbleads.com, and in this video we're doing a webinar to go over the basic features of Prospect Toolbox and talk about what it is. And my name is Brooke and I'm behind the scenes at hbbleads.com. A lot of you hear me in the training videos that you can find on our site and sometimes in your company conference calls and all kinds of places. And also on my call today I have Renee with me. If you want to say hi, Renee.
Hello.
Hi. All right. So I was talking to Renee earlier this morning, and she was talking about building her business with maybe 1,000 leads at a time. And I had to show her Prospect Toolbox. So here we are, and you're going to watch me show Renee Prospect Toolbox and go through the main settings and what it is and how it will help her. And you get to watch this video too. And like I always say, I love creating videos because she can share them with her team when they need to learn how to use Prospect Toolbox. You can share them with your team out there. And that's what Prospect Toolbox is all about too. It's all about duplication and making it easier on ourselves in the long run. Okay, so what you're looking at right now, this is the home page of hbbleads.com as you're familiar. And you'll find Prospect Toolbox all over the site. And you can also order it here. And you probably noticed that it's $1 for a 10-day trial. And we did that for a very specific reason. And that is that you need some time to set it up. You need some time to get under the hood and create all the settings. I'm going to show you that today, what it looks like. And this $1 trial, in that 10 days, there's no setup fees, there's no contract, there's no cancellation fees. And you can upgrade and downgrade at any time from inside your customer account with us. And I have a little bit of a demo account here if I can show you. I don't know if it has the settings, but I'll show you what it looks like. When you have a customer account with us, you have this control panel, and you'll see your settings here. And all your Prospect Toolbox stuff will be in your account. So if you're familiar with us already, which you probably are if you're watching this video, you've probably ordered leads from us in the past, and you know how to use the internet, so you know how to log into an account and get what you need. Well, Prospect Toolbox, although it is a separate system from us, it's actually a separate company. We've partnered them in a way so that when you log in at HBB Leads, your Prospect Toolbox is inside the same account, and you can click one link and log into your Prospect Toolbox, so you don't need to remember 2 passwords. And also, when you receive leads from us, they'll go into your system automatically. We'll get to that more of that later. What I wanted to show you, though, was this modify your account. You can come in here and click on this link, and I don't want to mess with this person's account, so I won't do it. But you can upgrade, downgrade, cancel at any time. So if you're on the 1-day trial and it doesn't work out for you, you can just cancel it. You don't even have to talk to us, just log in and cancel it. Or maybe you're on the 1-day trial. The $1 10-day trial. Maybe you're 5 days in and you're ready to upgrade to the full package price and get your free leads, which I'll share in a minute too. You can do all that here. And you know what? We even have people over the years that maybe have the biggest package, which is the dialer and everything else. You can actually downgrade over Christmas and pay a low. If you're not going to be dialing, maybe you're going on vacation for a month, traveling for a while, you can actually downgrade to a lower package size, keep all your leads, keep all your autoresponders, and upgrade later. So basically what I want you to know is that when you have an account with us, it's really easy to manage. You can see your next billing date. You can actually update your credit card on file. This user's account will look a little different than yours because this person has been here a really long time, and they actually ordered a package we had, which was more. It's not even that much, but he ordered a package that was a lot more than that a long time ago. But in here, when you modify your account, update your credit card, log into your system, all in the same control panel. So does that make sense, Renee?
Yes, it does. This is great.
Good. Okay. All right. So when you get that $1 trial, I just want you to know that you have full control. If you want to change the size of your package or you want to cancel or whatever, there's no cancellation fees, no contract fee. Just log into your account, make the changes that you need. All right. So let's get into this a little bit. Okay, so this system has so many features, and I kind of laid it out here. And what I'm going to do here is kind of talk about these important tips before I show you the system. These are really like the most important things to know. Okay, so we already covered that one login is needed. We just covered that. Now, here's the next tip, is that we deliver all of your live and fresh leads automatically into your Prospect Toolbox for you. So whenever you order leads from HPV Leads, the leads will go into your system automatically. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to import anything. They just show up. And I'll be showing you in a few minutes exactly where they land when they get there. And what's important to know, though, is these aged leads, the only ones we don't send your account, these bulk local leads, the leads have to be within 30 days old. And if these bulk local leads are older than 30 days old, and we might occasionally have some specialty leads, for example, postcard leads are for direct mail, those don't get loaded in your account. But basically, most of our leads, any leads that are within 30 days old, have a name, email, and phone number, those are going to be loaded into your account automatically so you can start using the system. And what happens with a lot of people that sign up is they think it will be harder than this, and they start looking for how to do all those things. Where do I log in? How do I upload my leads? Well, you just log into HPV Leads, and your lead's already there. It's already done. Now, here's what a lot of people like, and that's why we have so many users on the system right now, and no one else has this. We have free leads with every account level, and I'll be showing you those account levels in a minute. And I want to talk to you about what the free leads are. This is really important. The free leads are 7 to 21 day nationwide leads. So I'll pull up that lead type right now so you can see what these are. So these are nationwide, which means these are people responding to ads all over the United States. And they are aged leads. They can be up to 21 days old. Well, here's the thing. When they're free leads, I got to tell you, we don't give you 10% extra free on top of the free, sorry. But if you were to buy them, we'd give you 10% free leads. And these things don't really apply. You're not on auto ship. So some of these things don't apply, sorry. But the nationwide leads do apply. And you'll see this sign, and by the way, when you go through any leads on our site, if they're eligible for Prospect Toolbox, if you go and click through all the little icons and everything else, you'll see that they're eligible. And you can see the other delivery settings. What I want to show you, though, on these nationwide leads is show you basically what they are. Let's look at the lead data. So we can go here. You get the basic name, phone number, email address. So these are some pretty basic leads nationwide. They answered an ad wanting to inquire about starting a home business or making additional income from home. And what I want to show you even more is the pricing on these leads. Let's click on order leads real quick. Because what I want to show you is that the system is actually like a buy one, get one free. We've matched the system to the price of the leads. So when you get 50 free leads, which would be about $30, is $65. We have a $30 system, that's 50 leads. If you do the math, that works out. We have another one that's 80 leads, which is about $50. I mean, the price, if you did the math, and I won't spend all my time on that, and then our 200 leads is $120. And I just want you to see this real quick, because you're going to find our system is priced the same. We're basically giving you the system and these leads. It's like a buy one, get one free,
Right.
the way we priced it out. I also, I want to manage some expectations really quick, too, about these leads. So, Renee, do you understand that dialing older leads is a little bit more challenging, or you need to have a different skill set to do that? Have you dialed old leads before?
Yes, I do understand that.
Yes. Go ahead.
But now with your system, like as you mentioned that it has emailing capability and things, you are able to put them on a campaign where even though you're not calling them regularly, but if you get the older leads and you're able to email them, you're kind of staying in contact with them, and you're still sending information to kind of spark their interest.
Absolutely. You're right. So the system will help you re-engage older leads. And I like to let people know that I'm really blunt with people. I say you get what you pay for. And we have other leads on our site that are more evaluated first. They go through more checks and balances. They're live. But I like to say, when I train people, I always like to say that the age leads like these are really good for practice. because you have such a minimum investment level, and you can take your time and dial. And what, if someone's getting some good results off the aged leads, even just a little bit, I know that they're going to do really well with the live leads. It's just, it gives you that time to make mistakes or try out the system and not feel that you've invested hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars into leads, right? You have something to use and get familiar with how it works. But I always like to let people know there's better quality leads than these available. And so anyway, let's get back over here. Go ahead, Renee, if there's anything you want to say before I continue on.
Like, say for instance, someone was to get that 200 lead package and get the system with it. Now, would the system itself, would you be contacted like by the system, like, okay, there's 8 leads today, or how does that work? Because you won't get all the leads at once, right? Like, will it still be just so many a day?
That's a really good question. I'm so happy I have you on this webinar with me. Okay, so yeah, the system, the Prospect Toolbox, has notifications set up where it will automatically start sending you daily emails, giving you a summary of that day and what's happened. You can change that in your account settings if you don't like the notifications. You can even get text alert notifications. So if you really want to know when something's happening with your leads in the system, maybe they're watching a video or they responded or signed up on one of your capture pages, you can get a text alert from the system. So it's pretty cool. It'll notify you. Now, yeah, this is a really great question about how fast you get your leads. So at HBB Leads, this is it's basically on a case-by-case basis, but I'll try and summarize. When you get aged leads, like you get your free leads with this system, you're basically usually going to get them all at once. I'll break that down and be even more specific with you so you know exactly what's going to happen. So let's say you place this $1 order for 10 days. By the way, there's no free leads when you're paying $1. We did the $1 10-day trial, so you have 10 days to set up your account, get familiar with the settings. I'm going to show you all that in a minute. See what it looks like, customize it, brand it for you, and play with it a little bit so when you do get the leads, it's ready to go. You don't want to get leads and have an incomplete system sending emails. That doesn't, maybe, you know what I mean? You don't want to do that. So, so you want to make sure that your system's set up before you get the free leads. So then your full price billing comes up, which we have all these different package levels from $29.95 to $119.95. We'll go through those in a minute. When your full price billing comes up, which is in 10 days, maybe that's $29.95, at the time that you're billed, and I mean within a minute, our whole system is all computer software and automated. When that comes up, sorry, I'm getting text messages over here. When that comes up, mute my phone. When that comes up, the full price billing, immediately, and this will be like at midnight when it comes up, so it's 10 days at midnight. Immediately, your order for 7 to 21 day nationwide leads is automatically placed in your account at HBB Leads. Automatically. You don't have to contact us. We set up the order. But then you may still wait a few days to get those leads because we manually check all the new orders that come in. We hit approve on your order. We'll approve that order for you, which we watch everything to make sure everything looks good all the time. And then, depending on our current supply and demand, you might get those leads in one day. You might get those 50 leads in one day. Or if our supply and demand, maybe we don't have all 50 in stock. Maybe you have to wait 3 days, maybe 2 to 3 days. I'd say 1 to 3 days is the average. So also with the delivery time, when you have aged leads, we typically deliver them as fast as we can. So maybe that's within 1 or 2 or 3 days because they're already aged. They're already 7 to 21 days old. We already have them in stock usually. That's different than when you get any live leads from us. All of our live leads that we have, you can, if the setting is not on our website, you can contact us and ask us to change the setting for you. And we can set these at a specific number of leads per day because with live leads, you want to call them back ASAP within minutes, within hours if you can. And with the aged leads, because they're already aged, they don't really have that time urgency that the live leads have. So to summarize, live leads, you can usually let us know a certain number of leads per day. And aged leads, usually they're going to be just like a kind of an all-at-once. If we have them in stock, you might get them all that day. It's kind of an all-at-once thing because they're already aged, and there's really no reason to wait 5 per day or 10 per day. Actually, what can happen if you do that, I don't want to explain all the back end, but it just doesn't work very well. It's better for us to say, here you go. You ordered 50 leads, here's 50 leads. So, Renee, I know that was a lot of information about lead delivery. Did that answer your question, or do you need me to clarify anything else?
No, that's great. I only want to know, like, what if you're in your campaign and you're running it and you decide to kind of switch? Because I like the idea of getting the old age leads, and then I'd like sometimes, like, say if you have a special launch or something you want to do and you want to get a few live local leads, is it okay to have both in the system? Or?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So I'll show you how to manage that as well as we get in here. I'll show you how to manage different types of leads. That's a really good question, too. Okay, so I want to go through these account levels and show you what you can get depending on what price point you're at. And like I said, you can upgrade, downgrade at any time. And, okay, so the basic account level has almost everything you need. It's called Pro. And I think I have another page that will show this off even better. Let me see if this is the page. There's a lot of pages, you guys, but they all go to the same place. You can't really get lost. We just have designed this a number of ways. So let's look at these account levels. The professional system, or we call it Pro, $29.95, has all of these tools. This is a really long list. I'm going to read it off really quickly. Lead capture pages. You can create your own capture pages. The contact manager for note-taking, video presentations, video presentations, we'll have to look into that. I have to look and see what that means. We did get rid of the webinar tool is no longer in here. I think they took that off. Yep, they did. So that's not the webinar. That is something else. So you can do video presentations, text, a little bit of text message marketing with a list. It's where people actually subscribe to you. It's not a text message blast, but people can subscribe. Like maybe you have your team, right? Your team, you need to get them on a call on Wednesday night, have them subscribe to your text message list in here, and you can blast out a message to them. You get a marketing site. We'll look at all of that with an About Me page. We have a lot of training materials. The activity tracker. I'll be showing you all of this, by the way. A wizard for adding your warm market. SmartSender, which is like mobile marketing. A traffic rotator. You can also, by the way, Renee, this is so cool. When you start building a big team, you can even rotate your leads and distribute them. So you have like 5 other people on the system and you're all buying leads together. You can actually get them in your account and have the rotator distribute them to your team.
That's huge.
Yeah, there's you can ad link generator if you need to track your ads. There's printable flyers, and I am surprised, people are still using this feature. Some people aren't online. Sometimes you have people in the business that aren't on the internet, some of the senior citizens and things like that. So there's a way to create flyers. There's online banners. You can use more marketing materials, more training. You have email support. So there's actually, just so you know, so there's supported HBB leads, but this system also has a support staff. So between the two of us, we can conquer just about anything. And their support staff can't help you with leads, but their support staff can help you with those technical things. If you do think there's a glitch or there's something very, very technical that you need help with, they're amazing. They're the people to go to. It's basically the programmers and the people behind the system is where that goes. SmartSender, which is up there. I got to fix this page. All right, we got a trackable opportunity call. Everything in here is very trackable, so you know who is responding to what. The autoresponder email campaigns. You get a separate email inbox. You get a business email address, another email inbox. So if you want to separate your leads, and your lead responses from your Gmail or personal mail, you can do that. A calendar and a task list, which is also, just that alone is really good when you see it. The email broadcast tool, it's like basically having MailChimp or Constant Contact. You can send newsletters, send big mailings out to all your leads or your team or your warm market. You can also brand the system with your own domain name, so it's all branded to you, and they don't even know Prospect Toolbox or HBB leads. It can just be your brand. We also have, and then of course you can purchase leads. So that is just the $29.95 system I'm going to show you. And the next two systems are a little bit easier to understand. The next system up is the $59.95, and this one I like to call the Team Leader Package. because you don't really need the Premier unless you are guiding a team. And this will give you, and a lot of people like this, your own, it's kind of an 800 number voicemail. Some people like to use that when they don't want to put their cell phone number out on their campaigns. You can get this one, get the voicemail account. There's live phone support. So not only can you email, you can actually call into Prospect Toolbox, get additional support. You can do more with audio, putting audios in the system. You get, this is what you really want, is the conference bridge though, and the team sharing. If you're building a team, you get a conference line, and the team sharing capability is the things like being able to post leads to your team. And we don't have time to cover this in today's video, but this system is all duplicatable. So Renee, if you spend the next 3 months streamlining your process, building your team, and you've written 10 email campaigns, and you have a capture page you like, and you've loaded a dozen videos, when you go to bring on your team to use the same system, all you'll need is a team access code. So you just, maybe it's your name, for example. And when they register, they put in your team access code, all of your templates, your videos, and you can choose each one. It's not everything. You have to go in and you have to select this email template, that video, I want to share with team. Still checkbox, share with team. They will instantly have all of your settings, your folders, your videos, so you don't have to go and reload another account. Yeah. It also gives you some pages in the back that you can customize. So if you want to write training guides for your team, some of the pages in the back of the system will actually be what you've written. You can even change the logo on the system as well. So anyway, you can really brand it for your team and have it set up just for your business or your team. And it's basically a duplicatable system once you build it. So that's where that comes in. And then finally, we have PhoneBurner, which is the $119.95. It's unlimited PhoneBurner. And for sake of time, I'm not going to go to their website. PhoneBurner needs to be its own video. It's so big, but PhoneBurner will auto dial your leads for you while you're on the phone. And it basically calls about 3 times faster than you can on your own. It sends it plays recorded voicemail, so you don't have to wait for voicemail machines. You don't have to waste your voice leaving 20 voicemails a day. That's going to record your voicemail one time, and that will get played over and over and over with follow-up emails. And PhoneBurner normally costs $149 a month. If you go to PhoneBurner.com, it's $149 a month. And we have it for $119 a month, $95, plus all of these things PhoneBurner does not have. Plus, at this level, there's actually 250 free leads every month. So we're basically giving it away. And
that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's $119, but it's plus 250 free leads. This one has 80 leads in this back and 50. And like I said, you can upgrade and downgrade at any time. So for some of you out there might start at the pro version, get good at using the system, and then someday want to move up and use PhoneBurner, right? Or I have a number of leaders who use the PhoneBurner, and they'll use that in their busy months, but sometimes they're not dialing. You know what happens? I've had plenty of people over the years come through. They dial leads for a year or two. They're so busy, they don't need to dial leads anymore. So they will downgrade because, not that they don't like it, but they're so busy with the building their team and the duplication and the, you know what I mean, the team growth and traveling and everything else that they don't need it anymore. So, so you can downgrade, upgrade at any time between these different package levels. So Renee, are you ready to see inside PhoneBurner? Is this all good, the package levels?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you a question about PhoneBurner, so I'm glad you're going there now. So that's perfect.
Yeah. So before I go inside Prospect Toolbox, though, everyone, I need to give you a little warning. I have it actually here on the site, and I kind of tell everyone. Renee, you ever had a gym membership, Renee?
Yes. Okay,
so like how many machines are at your gym?
At least 100 or more.
Yeah, so like what would happen if we we have a membership, we like use every machine every day at the gym, like because to get all the value out of it.
I've never done that.
yeah, like that wouldn't work, right? It's like impossible. So basically I just want to warn everyone that this system is so big, right? Like, can you use every tool here every day? The answer is absolutely not. Like, it's not possible. And the reason it's so affordable is that we actually plan on that. We know not everyone can use everything. So this is basically like buying, I just want you to know, it's basically like buying a gym membership. And the one problem I've seen with the system, I like to tell everyone honestly, is I have people get in and they want to do everything right away. They want to build everything, they want to use everything, and then they stop recruiting. They stop calling. They start watching all my training videos, which is great, but they stop calling, stop recruiting, stop following up. And I always want to remind people, stay on your recruiting, stay on your follow-ups, and just use what you need, and you can grow over time. And I just always like to let everyone, it's like a gym membership. And, you know, if you were to like use the treadmill 5 days a week and lift weights 1 day a week, that'd be plenty. Just, you know, metaphorically speaking, right? So in here, if you can use your contact manager and maybe the autoresponder campaigns, and just start with that and do your follow-ups, and then you can build. So does that make sense, Renee? That do one thing at a time? Okay. All right. Okay, since you're aware of that, let's go ahead and hop into my demo account. And when you buy your Prospect Toolbox and you get that $1 trial, I want to actually show real quick. I'm going to try and kind of backtrack a little bit. When you get your $1 trial in your customer account, all you'll have to do is log into HPV Leads, and in your customer account, you have this little box. There will be a link that will say, right around this area, it will say, click here to activate. And then you'll have a link that will look just like this, click here to log in. So just know, you almost will never go to prospecttoolbox.com. You're just going to go to HPV Leads, click here to log in. And the very first time you log in, this is exactly what you'll see, is this welcome page. And if you get tired of the welcome page, you can stop showing that page. After a while, it's still in there. But this welcome wizard will take you through step by step. Let's click on Open the Account Setup Wizard. It'll tell you your username and your password, although that's not shown there. That's good. You can choose your time zone, your physical mailing address. And I want to make this video as short as I can, so I'm not going to go through everything, but it's really easy to go step by step and go through and customize your account. Now, this is going to make sure, this area right here, this is going to make sure that the basic settings in your system, like your time zone and who you are and what your username is, that you know what that is. So this is really easy. And there's more in here. We're not going to go through today. There's more training and more things you can do to help customize your website. We'll do this in other videos because there's a lot you can do in here. But I want you to know that it's very easy to go through. This is why this is exactly why we do that $1 trial for 10 days. So the first 10 days, you can really dig into this entire area and make sure everything's customized the way you want. Does that make sense, Renee?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a lot of information. Great.
Yeah. Okay, so I also like to ask people, like, if I hired a new assistant or you hired a new assistant to help you dial leads today, how long would it take you to train them to know all the links to your business and know, right? It would take at least a couple days, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, and so one of the expectations people have is that this will work right out of the box. And although it does work, and I'll go ahead and I'm going to hop ahead and show you something real quick that's going to, sometimes I love it, sometimes it scares people. I'm going to go to the emails and scripts. I'm just going to jump way ahead right now and just show you the system content that's pre-loaded in here, just so you get an idea of how much we've already done. These are all templates and scripts. If somebody doesn't answer the phone, if somebody's not ready to join the business, if a cold market interview, a voicemail script, we have all these scripts, phone scripts, email scripts. There's so much in here, and you don't need to know, it's already set up to go. And the reason I want you to know that is you need to take 10 days and just use the system and see how it works. And you can customize. You can come in here and customize just about anything. So I'm going to do another video, by the way, Renee, that is only account setup. I'm going to do another video on that because account setup, I usually do a 10-minute overview just on how to set up your account, make sure everything's good with the way your account is set up. I'll do another video on that. But Renee, do you mind? I'm going to go and just walk through what the features are in the PhoneBurner in this video, so we can keep it under an hour. I hope.
Those are incredible. That's like that alone is worth $100 a month.
Yeah, there's so much in here. So let's look at the dashboard. Once you're done with the setup wizard, this is the dashboard. And I actually opened up, oh, I can't show his account. I'm going to show you guys I actually logged into a leader's account. I'm going to give you guys a little like sneak peek into someone else's account. This is my demo account, so I don't really use it all that much except for hosting trainings. But I'm going to show you a little bit of what's going on in the dashboard. I like to remind people that no matter what's going on in the system, this is really what you want to log into every day. And by the way, this all looks really good on your mobile phone. So if you log in at HPB Leads on your mobile phone, or you can even save the login to Prospect Toolbox, you can log in from your mobile phone and keep an eye on all of this. It all works well on mobile as well, or your tablet. So here we have all these buttons. I won't go through. I will say that this is something you want to check every day. All your replies to your email campaigns are going to land in this inbox by default. Now, we could change those settings. I'll do that in a different video. But by default, if people are replying to your emails, they're going to land here. And we can see what events and tasks and everything we have set up. This is probably the best thing about this whole system, though, is the activity tracker and the hottest prospects. So let me click on the hottest prospects. Let's see. So what this does, it's like a scoreboard. In my account, I apologize, my account's not very active. I'm more of a trainer than actually a user. But this is all the things that Prospect Toolbox will be tracking automatically for you with all of your leads. If they finish watching your video that you've added, they get 50 points. So if you send someone a video in the system, whether an email campaign or we have one-touch emails, there's so much in here. They get 50 points because that's a really good lead. You know they just watched your entire video. Now, if they just started the video, they only get 10 points. And when they revisit your site, they get 25 points. They get 5 points for every page view. They get 10 points for every email open, and so on. Look at all these things that the system can track. And so what happens is, Renee, when you have 1,000 leads in here, and that's just in the beginning, in 6 months you might have 6,000 or more in the system. When people are opening your emails, watching your videos, listening to your calls, listening again, whenever they're doing anything to engage with the content you're sending them, it's like a scoreboard, and this is updated every day. So every day out of these 1,000 people or 5,000 people, who's really interested? Like, who do you really need to call first?
This is so fantastic. I mean, because if you stay on top of this page, I mean, wow, you could really, this could increase your business tremendously.
If I built this system, I would have called this ethical stalking because you really know, like what, at least when it comes to you, nothing else. But when it comes to you and your business, anything you have in the system, any video you add, any email you send out, whether it's our template or something you design, it's all tracked. So you know really well who's done what. So, all right, so this is just your overview page to see what's going on. I'm going to hop ahead to my website. When I do these live videos, I can't show you any actual lead data, so you guys are seeing someone else's leads or phone number. I'm going to show you the contact manager. Let's see actually if I can get, I think I opened up a contact manager. Okay, I did. This is someone else's contact manager, and it's going to look like a little bit much, but I'm going to explain. And I'm going to also show you, okay, let me close out some windows here. I don't need to be hopping around too much. I've got this contact manager. I'd like to show it next to mine if I can. Give me just, let's see, where is this? I'm going to pull this away real quick. I'm going to show you his. So this contact manager doesn't have any leads in it. I did that intentionally for the training today. You can create your own folders on whatever you want, and you can actually drag and drop your contacts into different folders to keep them organized. So he uses it a lot. He dials a lot, and he has in different areas how much he's left a voicemail and so on. And there's also saved searches. You can search if you've left somebody one voicemail. You can actually do a search on that. You can search by what type of lead they are. You can search by so many things. And I'll show you this advanced search really quick. I won't go through all of this. I'm just going to expand everything to show you what you can search on your lead data. It is huge what you can search for. And you may not ever even need this, but visualize that someday you've added hundreds of leads to the system, maybe even thousands. And you want to find people that are in a certain state where you're having a conference coming up and you want to do a local promotion, or you want to find the people that maybe in PhoneBurner you called them and you have left a voicemail or you have left a message in the last, before, let's say in the last days ago, in the last 10 days. And you could actually do a search for who I've left voicemails for in the last 10 days. And pull a search on that and know exactly who. Maybe you want to do a second set of calls. And I know this gets really intricate, but you, like I said, it's like the gym membership. Do you need all of this? Absolutely not to run your business. You don't need to know how to do this. But when someone calls me and they call into HPB Leads and they say, how can I find people that are XYZ in my system? I can always find them. And I can make that into a folder or a saved search. And when I name the search here, if I like one voicemail down here, it's a saved search, that would actually save that search. So whenever I want to see who I left a voicemail for in the last 10 days, it's right here in the saved searches. You can revisit that search, like basically run it again. And this is very advanced. That's why it's called advanced search. But Renee, I'm going to go through a lot more about how's this going for you so far?
This is just completely amazing. I have one question. You see those side folders there?
Uh-huh.
Will you guys prompt and give suggestions like the names of those folders, like customers, prospects, callback, interested, the whole list there? Are those pre-recorded or we can use those? Or
Absolutely. So actually what I was doing real quick here in my other window is I'm actually going to go and show you really quick. I'm actually grabbing at my other window. Let's see if I can, reorder them really quickly. I'm going to show you something real quick that I'm doing in my other window. I was getting it ready to show you. You can change your folders to whatever you want. I clicked on Manage Folders. And what I wanted to do is actually reorganize it so it's going to look like the default, because I don't have many systems. Everybody customizes their system, so they don't usually look the same after a while. All right, so I just reorganized my folders, just drag and drop, and I'm going to save that, and I'm going to answer exactly your question. Let me go to my Contact Manager. This is a little tricky. I don't want to show you any actual leads in the recorded video, so normally I would do this a little differently. 1 second, and I'll have this up to show you. I actually have a kind of a training folder that I use.
Well, I have a question for you while we're waiting.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I have a completely separate, out-of-the-box type of little business, like say, for instance, my main business is more the social media and the marketing, but what if I did a weight loss thing, or like I had something, a company I liked, and that's not my primary business, but I do weight loss. Would I be able to segregate and like, with having, what was it, the middle account, would you be able to have two separate, you know, like buy leads for that one and then leads for this other one, or is that feasible?
So I actually have good timing on that one. I'm going to go on a little tangent for a second and show you where that's at. In the training videos on hpbleads.com, I was telling Renee this morning that if you, by the way, if you're watching this video and you've been with HPB Leads and this Prospect Toolbox for more than a year, you would know that HPB Leads was totally redesigned last year, and Prospect Toolbox was actually called My Gold Prospector. And it got rebranded, and HPB Leads got redesigned as well. And for any of you that's been here more than a year, you would know that we used to have a ton of videos. And so that's why I'm doing this video today. And I want to show you this. I've got a couple of videos recorded already in the video archives, and there was a lot more, I'm kind of removing them as I'm going through them, but I actually have one in here right now in the archive that is, and this was what I'd give to Renee, is how to use My Gold Prospector, which is actually Prospect Toolbox, for more than just your leads. And this is actually a training video I recorded that's all about exactly what you said, like how to change the settings so you can segment doing something else with the system. So if you can't find this later, it's in the video archive. This will be the video you want to watch. And I'm basically right now reproducing all these old videos. And they'll all be, and there's more, there's actually a list of about 30, but they'll all be in the training videos section here over the next weeks and months. It's a process to redo them all, but you can watch the old training. It's the same system with a very minor, things have been upgraded, things are more made for mobile phones now, there's more there's things that are more modern now, but the basic settings will be the same. So anyway, there's a video on that. And just remind me if you want me to send it to you. But yes, you can. The short answer is yes, you can. Use it for things outside of just leads. All right, so I actually pulled up, here's my demo folder that I use. So you can actually see what the contacts look like. And when you get your system, your contact manager will have these folders right here: leads, prospects, warm market, and customers. Just those 4 folders will come with your system. All these other folders are my own, like I made one for my webinar attendees, for example. You can make folders, but these 4, so basically to answer your question, Renee, it does come with 4 folders ready to go. And you can drag and drop your leads just like that. You can just pick them up and drop them. Now, let me explain this. This is really cool, and you don't know unless you watch the video or you get on the trainings. Okay, this is really important for those of you that are taking notes or been falling asleep watching this. You have to see this next thing. It's one of the most important things in the whole system I'm about to tell everyone. Okay, these folders, and if you create a folder, every folder, if you want it to, and we've already set them up, is tied to a matching email campaign. Every folder is tied to a matching email campaign, and the folders are tied to matching phone scripts, matching templates. So if somebody is in the leads folder, when you drag and drop someone in, if I put test lead in the leads folder, test lead is automatically subscribed to a leads email campaign automatically. And so it starts 24 hours after you drop them into the folder. And so a lot of people don't know this. And they like all the replies they're getting. They don't know why people are calling them back. but you drop them in, and they instantly, and then let's say your person in the leads folder signs up as a customer for your business. You can drag and drop that person into the customer folder, and they're unsubscribed from the leads campaign and then resubscribe to the customer's email campaign. So as you're organizing your leads, you're also choosing what marketing materials are sent to them. So it's more than a folder. I'd call it more like a funnel. It's a folder and a funnel. When someone's in a folder, they're getting all the matching content that matches that folder. And so I'll show you a little bit deeper just so you can see how to, it's already pre-written. It'll already have your name, your email, your phone, your website link, as long as you do that welcome setup wizard. But if you want to change the email campaigns, you can log into your account, you can come in here, and you can actually override our campaigns. By the way, you can't break anything in here. It won't let you break anything. But you can override our campaigns and rewrite them if you want. We've already done, for each folder, these were the folders I showed you earlier. Oh, I forgot distributors. So in the leads folder, here's the 6 messages that go out to the leads. And in the warm market folder here, and we could preview that. We could preview the warm market messages really quick and preview one of these, just pick a random one.
Wow, it pretty much does your business for you.
Yeah, yeah, it's ready to go, and it already puts in all of your contact details, your website address, and they're all generic home business type of campaigns. And basically though, if for some reason you want it to be different, like I said, you can come in here and you can edit, override, You can also, so here's the thing, Renee, this is what we've done for you. This is already done, ready to go. You can overwrite it, edit it, add more, add less, do whatever you want. If you mess up, you just click the revert button. It'll go back to the system default. So you're never going to lose anything. But here's what else you can do. You can see I did this for training a team recently. The team's abbreviations was ALL, so that's why you see that. For the team, we created folders with matching email campaigns. So you can create your new, if you have a new, that's why if you have like a new topic, a new product coming out, you want to segment people in certain cities, you want whatever you want to do, you can actually create folders, and you'll see when you create a folder, it'll ask you, do you want a matching email campaign? And you can build out these email campaigns, and then whenever you put people in that folder, maybe they're not interested, maybe you have a folder even for that, or sometimes you want a folder for people not to call back, or a folder for, I don't know what to do with these. I usually have, when I do things like this, I have a folder for sorting. Like, I don't know what to do with these people. I'm going to put them in a sorting folder with no email campaign. It's basically whatever you want to do. Renee, you can do whatever you want here with the email campaigns, but we've done a number of them for you, ready to go. So basically the contact manager is a lot more than just folders. My point being, the most important thing is when you drag and drop people, they're automatically starting to receive email campaigns, and the email campaigns all have a 24-hour wait period. So if you mess up and you drag and drop a bunch of people in the wrong folder, and then you move them to a different, or maybe you're organizing one day. You spend a whole day organizing folders, moving people around, no emails are sent out because it takes 24 hours for the emails to start. So you're safe to organize the contacts. All right.
Wow.
Yep, and then you got all these other sorting things. You can sort by hottest prospects. You can find just your new contacts. Oh, very important thing, and I got to wrap this up because I got another call coming up in a little bit. The leads folder, also very important for those of you that just want to get the bullet points of the most important things in this video. The leads folder is where all of your leads from HBB leads will land automatically. We can't change this. It's the default for everybody. There's no other settings. They'll all land right here in the leads folder. And most people will see it when they click new contacts. You'll see them anyway. But they'll be in the leads folder. You can then segment them, drop them into other folders. I'm not going to go into how to do this in this video because I want to just get the basic features. But you can do these saved searches. If you remember this advanced search, you can also contact us. You can search for a specific type of lead. It's actually in the the ad code. And if you need the ad code, you can see it on your leads. This is a whole other topic. I'm going to try and make this as short as I can and say there is a way to have your leads automatically sorted into saved searches, and then you could create a folder for your local leads and drag and drop them into that folder however you want. Just know they can be sorted. There is a way for us to sort them and show you which leads are which. Just by default, they'll all land in the leads folder. So when you get your free leads with your system, they'll all be landing right here in the leads folder. All right, now from here, you can check off on a bunch of people and start a PhoneBurner session, just like that. Click on this, and I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and it's going to tell me, it might show in a different window. Yeah, I'm going to have to change my little webinar thing. Sorry, this is going to get a little weird for a second. I'm going to show you my full screen for just a second so you can see what happened. A new window popped up to start my dial session. And when you start a PhoneBurner session, you get to choose what call script. So you could write your own call scripts or use any of ours that we've already preloaded for you. You could do an interview. Which voicemail recording, so you can record your own voicemails for different reasons. Maybe you're calling about products. Maybe you want to do a team announcement to your downline. Maybe you want to do a third follow-up call telling them you're not going to be calling. Whatever it is, you can basically sort your contacts first. Who do you want to call? Click Start PhoneBurner and choose the script, choose the voicemail that will match why you're calling. Usually with PhoneBurner, it's not like you want to call everybody. You want to say, you know what, I'm going to call all my new people right now, all my new leads. Or I'm going to do all the people I've called one time that didn't answer. Or I'm going to load my downline into the system, and I'm going to call everyone on my downline and see if anyone needs help. Like whatever it is.
Okay. I didn't mean to cut you off, but you just answered a question. I was going to ask if we could download our older existing leads, as long as they were double locked in or you know.
Yeah, perfect. So your downline is good, your team is good, old leads are okay. Like you said, double opt-in. If they know you, you've talked to them before, go ahead. The only thing you can't import is leads you purchased somewhere else or even through us that are older than 30 days old and they've never been talked to, because our email spam rates start to go up. We start having email problems.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But if you re-engage them separately, you can definitely, if you talk to somebody, you can definitely add them in. And you can create folders and manage everybody. You can change, I would not mess with this, but you can change your dialer set in your, this is very advanced for like call center people. If you really want to change the buttons in the dialer to do specific things, you can even change what the buttons do. I don't recommend that unless you're really advanced. And you click continue, and you dial into this number, and PhoneBurner will start dialing for you with that pre-recorded voicemail. And I'm not going to do a full PhoneBurner demo. That's like a separate training. But basically what happens is it dials your leads very fast. And whenever you get a live answer, so when somebody else picks up the phone, you're on the phone. This is not dialing without, you're on the phone. And when somebody else picks up the phone, as one of your leads says hello, you say hello right back. There's no delay. So this is not there's other dialer systems out there that are like really automated, but they have beeps and clicks and weird stuff.
I don't like
this one. You're actually on the phone. So when they say hello, you say hello. And there's no delay. They don't know that you're on a system when you call. There's nothing to indicate that. It even will show your number in the callback number to call back if they miss your call. So they don't know, but what happens is for those like 5 people, which does happen, that don't answer the phone, and you just keep getting voicemail machines, this system will play your voicemail automatically and send a follow-up email saying, hey, I just left you a voicemail. And so you don't waste any time writing emails or wasting your voice doing the same voicemail over and over and over again. This system's just going to do that. So what happens is you can sit there and it will go ding, ding, ding as it's calling people until you hear a hello. Hello. And you can also mark things with like bad phone number or I hit a fax machine. It knows all those types of scenarios as well. And it will actually email your people and email and say, hey, I just reached your fax machine. What's a better number for you? The whole, yeah. So if you're someone, I say this is really good. If you're somebody that calls more than like 100 people a week, this will really help a lot. And all the follow-up calls. Have you ever heard that saying, which is totally true, that like how many times you have talked to somebody before you close them? I do this a lot when I do live team trainings. I ask how many people closed all their friends, even one friend or family member, the first day they joined their company, like the first time you told your friend. How many people have closed somebody the first day they told a friend or family member? Like, did you sign them on the spot? And everyone's, yeah.
No, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I only have one question.
Go ahead.
Is other equipment, like what would you suggest? Like, would this be connected? Will we call from our actual, like, say, cell phone, or should we be sitting at the computer and maybe have a headset and call? Is there any special, phone equipment that we should get?
Good question. I'm going to finish the one thing I was just saying, which was you always have to do a lot of follow-ups, was my point. Nobody signs up on the first call. I mean, they might, and that's awesome if they do. But most people need some, so this system helps you with all that time following up, building rapport, building relationships, answering the questions, all that. Anyway, okay, so the call-in software, to dial it, you could dial in from anything. So you can dial in from your cell phone, dial in from your landline. Some people like to get a Google Voice number. Those are free. So you could put on you could turn on your Google Voice and put on a headset. There is voice over IP systems out there. I like personally, if you want to know my number one, I'd say it's Ring Central. Ring Central is like the most expensive, but it's the most clear sounding. But it's going to be like $50 a month for Ring Central, but it's the most clear and professional, and it's like a real business phone line. So you can dial in from anything, but yeah, you do have to dial in from whatever phone source you're comfortable calling with.
I think the Google Voice, I do have that, and I like that number, and I might stick with that initially.
Good. Yeah, we have a lot of people using that. So I'm going to go ahead and close that out. And I got to wrap this up. So I'm going to show you the last few features that are in here so you know what's in it. There's my website. Oh, I didn't even show you. There's so much to show you guys. It really takes a lot longer. I actually want, hold on one second. I want to show you guys something else. I really am short on time, but I want to show you guys just a couple more things that I just hopped over, and then I went, oh wait, I need to show you guys a few other things that I didn't get to with my demo folder. Let's see. I'll bring this page right back up. All right, and I'm going to switch back to, sorry, I'll get this webinar back on track with, all right, 1 second here. Okay, let me get this focused again on this. What I want to show you as well, so you can really see how this system works. I'm going to click on this test lead right here. I want to show you what it looks like when you look at an actual contact. Mm-hmm. You can take notes and insert a timestamp. So, and this is very similar to the PhoneBurner type thing, but you could take notes, add timestamps. You could see their local time if they're in another area. You can edit their contact details. You can even edit some of their, if they were a lead that came from us, you would see all that data down here of what they answered in their preview, in their call or whatever. You would also see what folder they're in. The ad code would actually tell you what type of lead it is. The ad code is what would say a local lead, an interviewed lead, or something like that. And their email status, you can unsubscribe them. You can see their activity. So you can actually see when you call somebody what emails you've sent to them, if you created a task at some point. So up here, if you called them, you sent them an email, you scheduled an appointment with them. All of your activity that's done within the system is all tracked. So when you call somebody, you know exactly what's been happening. And this would also show what videos they've watched, what emails they've opened. Everything is here. So when you call back somebody you have a long-standing relationship with, maybe you're in the process of enrolling them, you could see what videos they've watched, what emails they've opened. You know exactly where they're at. And the video tracker, if you see down here, you can actually see what amount of the video they watch. You could see this is 1 second of a 15-minute video or 1 second and 8 minutes. So you actually know it's not just that they click on the video. You could call somebody and say, I know you didn't watch. Is there a reason, you have a problem with the video? You didn't watch it. You really know exactly how many pages, you know so much about them. Tasks, if you have planned any tasks to do with them, what email campaigns they're subscribed to. Maybe you create an email campaign on one of the products in your company, or travel. This is a different thing, like updates about some opportunity. You could subscribe them to as a bunch of campaigns by things that you're talking about with them. You can also see their demographics. You can see what's the weather if you want to make small talk. What's the weather there, where they live, get a map of where they live if you're talking to them. So there's just so much in here. And then while you're talking, you can send an email real quick. This is a little what we call one-touch email. We have all these pre-written emails. You're not seeing them all, though, because I'm in one of my demo folders. And something to remember in the system is that if this person was in the leads folder, you'd see about 20 templates pop up. So whenever you're creating campaigns, templates, videos, you actually match it up with a folder. Everything's matched up with a folder. That way, it's like a funnel. All your advertising stays really streamlined. It's kind of hard in one way, but it's also kind of idiot-proof in another way. If somebody is in this folder, and so sometimes you do have to move people to a different folder when you want to do something else. So otherwise, but here's the thing, otherwise these pre-written emails would have like 50 emails in the list, which would be too much. So it's a pro and a con. You can add all these, you can add files, there's so much you can do in here. You can also come in here in your emails. If you don't like our template or you want to change this is a template, but I can come in here and add a video right from the system. I'm going to click on that little video icon. It's real tiny off to the right. And I can come in here and click one of the overview videos for the company and insert. And now that's right in the email. I'm sending them.
That's incredible. Well,
so as you're working your leads, you have all these little buttons to add an event. If you add an event, I'll click on that real quick just so you can see what that does. and not open a new window. Let's see if I can, I'm going to switch my little screen share to that window. One sec. Okay, so this opens a calendar, and you could click on a date for maybe a follow-up call. I clicked on add event. It already added the lead's name and their phone number, and you can write out what your meeting is about. And do you want to send a reminder?
Oh my goodness.
So this will automatically remind them and remind you of the call. And this can also, by the way, this was deeper in the system. You can also text alert yourself on all of your meetings with a text alert to yourself, which I just love to get text alerts to remind myself. So I could save and close, and I'm going to have to, so I'm going to have to bounce back to my page. Sorry about that. I just
over time for Zoom.
No. It should come back in just a second. I hope.
Wow.
Did it come back online?
Yes, it did.
Okay, good. So what I was doing was I closed the window that I was sharing, and so it probably what screen did it show you, Renee? I'm just curious.
Actually, when it closed, it showed your picture, and then the screen that you're on popped up. You know.
Okay.
And then
okay, good. So anyway, just know that as you're working your leads, you have all these options. So that's how you just basically you start using the system and you start calling people, and you'll learn to use it over time. You can't use everything in here, but you just really, really want to follow up and take notes. And over time, you'll have this contact manager that is just so deep with contacts and notes that if you need to search for someone or search for something, if somebody calls you back, you just type in their name and search for them, and they're going to pop right up with all your notes, all their activity. You can have thousands and thousands of people that you're in a funnel and a pipeline that you're working through, and have everyone sorted, know where everyone's at, and it's however you want it to be. This looks very big. It doesn't have to be this big. A lot of people, I tell them, just do your call every day, follow up every day, take lots of notes, and the other stuff you'll start using it when the time is right. Like, you don't need to go build all these folders and build email campaigns. Just start calling your leads, and you go, you know what, I've sent out the same video 5 times today. Maybe I should add it to the system with an email template for my leads. So you can kind of build it organically as you're, so I actually have another call, but I'm going to wrap this up really fast right now. This is the marketing website that you can customize. There's all these advertising tools and reports, and you can also, I really recommend, you can brand it with your own domain name. That's in a training video on HPV leads. This can all be branded to you. Let me show you the marketing website that comes with this. This is a video tour, and this is what is sent automatically to your leads. Oops. Sorry. And this can be any video you want. You can customize this. You can have an About Me page. I had somebody else fill out their stuff in here in a training I did, so this is not me. I do a lot of different trainings for people. But you can have, this can have your photo. This can actually have, if you add a video of yourself and an audio, this could actually have a video of you, a picture of you. You can add another video in here. This is probably going to start playing again. It auto plays. Here's the thing, when you have leads, they've already opted in. They don't need to opt in again. So this is where you send them that overview presentation about how to earn with your company. And this will all be tracked. Like, you'll know if somebody watched the video. And this is what goes out mainly in the email campaigns that are sent to your leads. It's basically a video. You have a lead who's opted in from HPV leads, right? So then step 2 is you really want to send them a video showing them how to get started with your company. And you don't need their name and email address again, and you just need them to learn about you and learn about the company. So, and this whole page, the colors are changeable, the links are editable, this can all be you, right? This is all editable. And then let me get back to where I was in here. I got to find my way back. Okay, so that's the marketing website, and then we have all the marketing tools, which would take a whole other hours to go through.
Right, wow.
So many things you can build in here. And then we have some training in the back. If you're a team leader, you could add your own training for your team back here. You can see some of the newsletter archives of trainings we're sending out. Also, I just want to go through this real quick. In my account, you can come in here and add things like add a mobile device. And I love this feature so much. You can actually choose to get mobile alerts, so text alerts on things that are happening in the system. So if you're getting your leads, you could get a visit, the calendar reminder, text alert, I mentioned that a little bit earlier. You could get alerts from the system. And in my account, I always recommend when you get a new account to really comb through this in that first 10 days as well. Make sure all your account settings is exactly what you want, because this is also what is being sent in the email campaigns, in all that stuff that, what's your email sent, what are people seeing about you in the emails. It's really like you don't even have to go and edit all the emails. You just need to make sure your account information is accurate, because that's what's going to go in the emails that go out. But you'll learn. So I got to wrap this up because I have another call in a few minutes. And what I want to say is, if you're doing the $1 10-day trial, what you want to do is do this dashboard, do the welcome dashboard, add yourself as a lead. You could do that through the capture pages or do that through the contact manager. There's a big red button in there that says add a contact. Add yourself as a lead. Add one of your other email addresses. Add some friends. Call them. Play with it and get really comfortable with it. And you can add videos, add newsletters, add whatever will help your business best. There's way more in here than I can cover. And so I need to get off here in about 2 minutes. So Renee, I want to thank you so much for being on this call with me. And is there any last minute questions you have before we end this call?
No, it's incredible, and it's more than I ever imagined it would be. And just thank you so much for showing me. I'm excited. I can't wait to get started. I can't believe I can just go in and start playing with it for $1. And I'm just ready to go.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. If you have more questions, go to the customer support here and just contact us like you would at any other website. When you get your system, you're going to get an additional support system as well. They have their own customer support in addition to ours. So we're both able to help you out. If you have any questions, be sure to check the training videos. And as always, come back and go to support. If you want to see a training video on a very specific topic that we haven't done yet, come in here and send us a message and let us know. I really like doing videos so I can help you and you can help your team. And that's what duplication is all about, is things like this. So thank you so much, Renee, and I'll see you guys in future trainings and webinars.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.